Welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Jerry Givens. Today's practice, it's going to feel a little bit the same, but a little bit different than the other chair yoga practices you might have been to with me. I get questions sometimes about chair yoga, and some of the questions are like, we do a lot of work for our shoulders, we do a lot of work for the spine, we do a lot of work for like the low back, the neck, etc. And a question I got recently is, are there practices we can do specifically to target stretching and strengthening the hip joints? Because the hips become tight when we sit a lot as well. And the answer is yes. And so our practice today, while some of the things we do will feel very familiar to you, some of them may not. And we'll just go along for the ride for this hip-centric class. Sound good? All right, let's go ahead and get centered. Go ahead and slide to the back of your chair. You can close the eyes, lean back. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Just become aware of your body sitting here, resting here. It's as if the body is coming to a halt. You've been moving through your day, you've been active, you've been productive, and now the body comes to a point of stillness. And so for more of a mental level for that here with us right now is that we don't have to worry about what's going to happen after this class. You just want to be present here right now. Whatever projects you're working on or appointments or meetings you might have later, just don't worry about those right now. There's nothing we can do for those. We're just going to practice being present with this experience and however you experience this experience. Whenever you find the mind drifting into the future or into the past, just guide it back to whatever exercise we might be performing, whatever meditation we might be doing. And a great way to bring the mind back is to simply be aware of your breath. The body expanding and contracting, the sensation in the nostrils, cooler on inhale, warmer on exhale. Because the breath is in the present moment. It's not in the past, it's not in the future. And it guides you right back every single time. Just another one or two more of these centering breaths. Again, allowing that breath to bring us here, to bring us to the now. Good, and take a deeper, fuller breath. And bring your awareness on back. All right, so go ahead and slide to the edge of your seat. And for now, we'll have the knees hip distance apart and the heel stacking underneath the knees for stability. And now this is going to be a hip-centric practice. We're actually going to start with some shoulder warm-ups. So go ahead and relax your arms down by your side. And with your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and overhead. With your exhale, take the hands forward, arms forward, and release them down. Good. Take the arms out to the side again. Inhalation. Exhale, extend the arms forward and then down. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms lift out to the side and up. And exhale, extending forward and down. Let's keep going. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching forward, then down. Just getting the shoulders warmed up a bit here. Creating some mobility in the shoulder blades. And also you might feel some slight stretching in the front of the chest, the pectoral muscles. Let's do a couple more, all right? Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, reach forward, then down. Last one. Exhale, reaching forward and down, and relax here. Good, so we went in one direction, and now we have to go in the other. It's called balance. So when you're ready, inhale, extend your arms and hands forward, lift them all the way up. Then exhale, sweep the arms out to the side and down. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Then exhale, reach them out to the side and down. Inhale and exhale. Please continue on your breath, lifting forward and up, inhale, out to the side and down on exhale. We're starting to feel that full range of motion of the shoulder joints, or close to the full range. And as you continue to move, you might feel some tension building in the tops of the shoulders or in the neck. You can kind of think of those as knots, like when you get a massage and there's like a knot that needs to be worked out. It's kind of like that, a point of tension. And if we keep moving, we start to massage that away. Bring some relief to those points of tension. Let's do 2 more, all right? Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, out and down. Last one. And relax the shoulders for a moment. Good. And then just having your arms relaxing down or hands on the thighs, just start to roll the shoulders forward. So back, up, forward, and down, back, up, forward, and down. And if you're going in the wrong direction, don't worry, we're going in both directions. So it's all right. Just rolling the shoulders around. And bring in your deep breath. Again, there's those points of tension that build up in the shoulder joints, and this helps to move all of that on out. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go the other way right away. Roll backwards, forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Deep breaths, especially if you're feeling some fatigue, especially if you're feeling points of tension. Deep breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Take a moment. Feel sensation in the shoulders, the neck, the arms, wherever else you might be sensing sensation. And then we'll do a little bit more for the upper body before we get down into the hips, kind of warming up from the top down today. So with your inhale, reach the arms overhead. With your exhale, take your right arm forward, your left arm behind you, twist. Inhale, lift the arms back up, come back to center, and then exhale, twist in the other direction. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Let's continue. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Let's do a couple more. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Go ahead and stay this time. We'll do both sides. It's okay if you're not on the side you think you should be on. But as you're twisting, sit up tall and work the back shoulder back even further. Looking over that back shoulder, if that's okay on your neck. With your next inhale, unwind, lift the arms overhead. Let's go the other way. Exhale, twist and stay. Feel length in the spine. Feel the crown of the head lift toward the ceiling. And then exhale, roll the back shoulder back even further, looking over that shoulder and breathe. Good. With your inhale, lift the arms up, come back. Take the arms forward and relax them on down. Hands on the thighs. Take a deep breath in, look up with your chest. Then exhale, hinge at the hips, fold over the thighs, and release your neck. Stay here in this forward fold for about 3 deep breaths. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Again, being aware of the breath will bring you back mentally to the present moment. Good. Inhale, bring yourself back up to a tall spine. All right, so we're still sitting on the edge of our chairs, and the knees are still hip width apart, heels stacking underneath. We're going to do a little bit of work to start to get the hip really engaged, and it does require a little bit of core work, but that's good for us. So if you need to, you can actually hold on to the cushion of your chair next to you, or you can just relax your arms down, all right? So we'll start with the right side. Holding on, go ahead and lift your right knee up. And then exhale, bring the foot down, but allow the foot just to graze the floor. Then inhale, lift the knee up. Then exhale, bring the foot down. Again, just barely touching. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, barely bring it down. Let's do this a few more times. Exhale, lifting. Or inhale, lifting, sorry. Exhale, lowering. And try to keep the spine as tall as you can here. It's tempting when we lift the knee to round the back and hunch. You actually want to feel a slight forward tilting of the pelvis. I know that makes it harder. But let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Then exhale, put the right foot down and relax. All right, we got to do it on the other side now. So again, you can hold on to the chair if you'd like to, but when you're ready, go ahead and lift the left knee up and exhale. Again, barely graze the floor. Then inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Again, keep the heart lifting, spine is tall, that slight forward tilt of your pelvis. Let's do a few more, all right? I wasn't keeping count on the first side, but this feels about right. Sometimes you have to just go with your intuition. All right, exhale, put it down, relax. We're gonna do a similar exercise, but there's a little bit more work in the hips here, all right? So you can watch me do the first version if you want to, and then join me afterwards. Again, you're welcome to hold on. When you're ready, I'll demonstrate, sorry. I'm gonna lift my right knee, I'm gonna take it out to the side, and then barely graze the floor. Pick it up, bring it back to center, barely graze the floor. All right, so do it with me. Right knee lifts, take it as far out to the side as you can, and then place the foot down, lift it back up, draw it back to center, and down. Lift, out, set, lift, back, set. Keep going. Try to keep the spine tall here. Definitely some core engagement, both in the front body and at the lower back. Again, thinking about that slight forward tilting of your pelvis. Lift, out, down, up, back, down. And the light touching of the floor makes sure that your core stays engaged the entire time. So lifting the knee back up, bringing it back to center, set it down, and relax. Having done only one side, you can probably feel significantly the difference in engagement and accessibility between your right hip and your left hip. And so my joke usually is that if you, whether you liked that exercise or not, probably feels important to do the other side. So let's honor that. Again, you can hold on if you'd like to. Inhale, left knee lifts, take it out to the side and barely graze, up, back, down, up, out, down, up, back, down. Keep going. Breathe. Taking that knee as far out to the side as you can. Again, the heart stays lifting. Just again, thinking about tilting the pelvis forward. Let's do just a few more, all right? Good. Lift the knee up, bring it back to center, set it down, and relax. Really feeling it in the hips today. All right, so we're gonna do another exercise with the knee lift, but this time I'll let you hold on to the knee. But it's a little bit of a twist, so watch me do it once, okay? So I'm still sitting on the edge of my seat, and I'm going to lift the right knee up. I'm going to hold just below the knee, and if that's not as accessible for you, you can actually hold behind the thigh as well. Just do what you can with the right arm to pull the right knee up, okay? And then I'm going to take the leg out to the side and still pull it up as much as possible. There's still that forward tilting of the pelvis here. And then I'm going to twist away from the knee. So my left hand is going to come onto the chair behind me. I'll take a deep breath in. Then exhale, I'll work the left shoulder back, kind of coming into an open twist. There's some slight rotation in the spine here. So if you haven't joined me yet, go ahead and do so, lifting the right knee, holding behind it, or underneath the knee or behind the thigh. Draw it out to the right, left hand behind you, sit up tall, and then exhale, twist. We're only going to stay for a few breaths, but keep the right knee lifting. Keep working the left shoulder back. One more breath. Good. All right. A couple ways to come out. First, we want to unwind the spine, then draw the knee in and set it down. So we did all those twists earlier. Good. Let's do the other side. You're going to, again, lift the left knee this time. Hold either beneath the knee or hold behind the thigh with the left arm or hand, okay? Take the left knee out to the side. Take your right hand onto the chair behind you. Sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, draw your right shoulder back. Look over your right shoulder, twist. And breathe. Keeping that left knee lifting as much as you can. Again, we're only staying for a few breaths. Good. Now to come out, unwind the spine, then bring the knee to center and set down. Good. When we work asymmetrically like this for a while, it's good to do a symmetrical stretch after a bit. So we're going to come back into our forward fold from earlier. So sitting tall, inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold over your thighs. We'll take 2 to 3 deep breaths here, feeling some movement in the back of your body as you breathe. And then inhale back on up. All right, more to do with the hips. So still sitting on the edge of your chair. I'm actually gonna bring my hands behind me and kind of lean back a little bit. It's one of the rare occasions I'll let you slouch. And then you're gonna lift your right knee off the ground and just start shaking the leg from side to side. Flex the right foot, pull the toes back. This will help protect any discomfort in the joints here. So just shake it from side to side and make sure you're feeling it all the way up into the femur head or the hip joint here. From side to side, shake it out. Might feel awkward, that's fine. We can handle awkwardness here. 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Maybe you feel some warmth in the leg or the hip, like circulation. And we want to do the other side then. So keep reclining back a bit, lift the left leg up, flex the foot, and then shake it from side to side. And feel that looseness of the leg all the way up into the hip joint. You might notice that one side felt looser and one side feels tighter. That's normal. It's all right. We just breathe with it. 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. All right, sitting back up. So now we'll do a cross-leg hip stretch, and there are a couple of stages to it. Only go as far as your body feels it wants to today. So I'll start with like the most accessible version. We'll work slowly toward the hardest version and just stop where you feel like is your stop. So you're gonna extend your left leg down to the floor, and the foot is on the floor, even though it's off camera, but it's on the floor. And then you're gonna cross your right ankle, the center, or just above your left knee, just above here. So this is stage 1. You'll sit tall, and you can press the right knee away from your body a little bit here. And it starts to open up the front of the right hip. Now, if you're here and you're just not really feeling anything, or this is kind of uninspiring to you, you can slide the left foot back, the one on the floor, to stack the heel underneath the knee itself. Keep the right foot flexed. The flexing of the foot helps to protect the ankle and the knee joint, which are important here. And you want to sit up tall. Just by sitting up tall, again, that slight tilt forward of the pelvis, you might start to feel a stretch in the hip. Good. You can also place your right hand down on top of your right knee, and you're not going to push straight down. Instead, push forward, then down. It's almost like you're arcing down, and that'll give you more of a release in the front of the right hip joint. Good. Keep the right foot flexed. And we're breathing, right? The hips don't like to be rushed, so we will spend a few more breaths on this side. And again, go as far as you feel is appropriate. Because I know your knee might be kind of up here. That is completely fine. You're still doing the work. You're still doing the stretch. Still sit with it. Still be with it. I'll give you one more variation. And again, only go as far as you feel is your journey today. But with the spine still tall, pelvis tilting forward, you can start to lean forward over the leg. But only if your body wants you to. Good. If you're leaning forward, sit up, and then we'll all uncross. Feel sensation, the difference between the right leg, the right hip, the right side of the abdomen. And again, whether you like that or not, it probably feels important to do the other side. So again, I'll walk you through the stages from easiest to hardest. Stop where you feel is appropriate for you today. So extending the right leg forward, foot is on the ground. You're going to cross the left ankle just above the right knee. Good. You can hold onto the leg here if you want to. And you can think about pushing the left knee away from you. And just doing this, you might feel a stretch in the hip. Now, if you don't, or if you know that you can go further, you'll slide the right foot back so that the right heel is stacking underneath the right knee. Now, that also might make the left knee kind of pop up a bit, and that's fine. You're still getting a stretch. That's the point of the posture. Keep the left foot flexed. This is going to help protect the ankle and the knee. And then you can place the left hand on top of the left knee. And again, don't push down, but push forward, then down. Sit tall. This is where you notice that again, one side is tighter than the other. This is my tighter side, so it's how I always remember. Breathe. For some of us, this might not be the most comfortable posture. And I want to just recognize that this could be uncomfortable. And I'm just asked that if that's the case for you, just really breathe with it. Just take calming, soothing breaths. And the body will relax. Again, the last stage of this posture is to lean forward slightly. Again, only go as far as you feel is appropriate for you. Good, about one or two more breaths. And if you are folding, go ahead and sit up, and we'll all uncross. All right, hands on the thighs or knees. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, look up, inhale. Then exhale, hinge at the hips, fold over the thighs. Once again, release the neck, chin dropping toward the throat, the back of the neck lengthening. We'll take a few deep breaths here. The hands can remain on the knees, or you can hang them toward the floor. One more breath. And then carefully bring yourself all the way up to a seat. All right. We'll spend the last few minutes we have together really turning inward. So go ahead and slide to the back of your chair or be comfortable wherever you're at, feet flat on the floor ideally. And do close your eyes and allow your awareness once again to trail toward your breath, chasing after that inhale, chasing after that exhale. You may sense the breath in your nostrils. You may sense the breath at your throat. It might be the expansion and contraction of your body as you breathe. However best you can ground your awareness in the breath. Focus on that. The nostrils, the throat, the body. And when the mind drifts, as it tends to do, without judgment toward the mind, just bring it back to the breath. Just be aware of the inhale, be aware of the exhale. Because again, when we bring the mind to the breath, we are bringing it to the present moment, to right now, right here. We're not worried about the past or future. And many traditions teach that true happiness, true joy, can only be experienced in the present moment. And so by being aware of the breath and being calm in our bodies, we are creating the ripe conditions for joy and happiness to actually exist. So feel yourself open up to that possibility. It doesn't mean you have to feel joy in this moment, though you might just at the idea of it, but that you're creating the conditions to be able to experience it. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Just a few more breaths, please. Just try to stay with the breath as much as you can. All right, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together in front of you and rub them together, stimulating the palms, creating heat between them. And take the heated palms over your eyes, brushing back over the top of the head and down the neck, bringing yourself back to the room, your space. Thank you so much for joining me for chair yoga today. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope that your hips feel nice and a little bit looser than they were before. And I look forward to practicing with you again next week. So until then, have a great weekend. Take care.